As long as nothing goes wrong, you're right. Yeah.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Good evening and welcome to round 20 of the RA NPLSA here at One Solution Park. Today, FK Beograd welcome Croydon in the hope that they can take another step towards finals football. FK Beograd currently sitting in 5th, 1 point ahead today's visitors. Both teams wanting to win to extend their lead over Sturt in 7th to ensure finals football, with Croydon not losing in the last 5, while FK have lost their last 2 games. I am your commentator, Mark Talbot, and thank you for joining me on the FSA League's YouTube channel. And here are your lineups for today's game. Starting with the home side, FK Beograd, number 1, Alexander Woodlands, number 2, Massimo Falco, number 3, Marco Toriani, number 5, Cooper Nunn, number 7, Lorenzo Baselli, number 8, Jason Konstantopoulos, number 10, Anthony Trimboli, number 12, Captain Antonios Natsiopoulos, number 14, Daniel Atkinson, number 15, Ethan Harrington, and number 22, Fro Nyonkuru. And the starting lineup for Croydon today. Number 1, Daniel Margouche. Number 4, Thomas Manstrode-Twone. Number 5, Luke Klimic and captain. Number 7, Passia John. Number 8, Adam Martinello. Number 11, Oscar Slattery. Number 14, Ned Stiles. Number 17, Yuya Kato. Number 18, Oliver Trimboli. Number 22, Bol Mapor. And number 23, Freddie Muller. The benches for either side. Number 4 for FK Beograd. On the bench, Jordan Lean. Number 9, Abu Bakari Hussein. Number 13, Alex Rusmir. Number 19, Zach Kosic. Number 24, Peter Palacis. Number 28, Alfie Marchbank. Coached by Adrian the Lawyer. Croydon's bench. Number 2, Cam O'Doherty. Number 3, Angus Barker. Number 12, Luca Trimboli. Number 15, James Polly. Number 20, Alexander Good. And number 21, reserve goalkeeper Matthew Voigt. And coached by George Sasonis. Your match officials for today: referee, the man in the middle, Curtis Wordsworth, ably assisted by Nick Elligan and Demir Davis, as both teams make their way out. As we just observed a minute's silence there, and both teams now shaking hands before we kick off. In a different situation of form at the moment. Croydon haven't lost in 5. With wins, 2 draws in the last 2. Draws against Campbelltown last week and LHC the week before. Big win over Comets 4-1. Big win over Adelaide United 3-0 and a big draw, a 5-all draw with West Adelaide back in round 15. Has been done, and Both teams back into their huddles one last time. As FKB going to take a little bit longer in their huddle. So they've got a bit of form to turn around this week and hold on to that spot in 5th as Croydon are right behind them. And the Sturt game being called off early today will need to be replayed at a later stage. So either side here will happily get that win today, and like I said, that will apply pressure to Sturt as FK Beograd get us underway. Baselli takes that kick and he goes back to Toriani. FK Beograd in their traditional red, blue and white, kicking from left to right. Croydon in their away kit, green shirt, white shorts and green socks, as that's going to go out over the byline for the first goal kick of the match. They go short. That's down the line for Slattery, this left-hand side for Croydon, up against Falco. Looks to beat him, but he's forced backwards inside to Martinello. Martinello then to Styles, back to Martinello, but Falco's there early and he knocks that long, and that's going to go all the way through to Margouche. Toriani gets there first, and Styles is onto that quickly. Second ball, Styles now goes wide out to Passage on the far side. He'll go back to Klimek. Klimek scoring a very late equaliser last week in that draw, that 2-2 draw. As Muller goes inside. Cut out, and here's now Fronian Kuru for FK Beograd, able to run at the back line. Fronian Kuru goes wide to Atkinson on that far side. Atkinson onto his left, hits it, and he hits that one high over the bar. Early good chance there for FK Beograd. But Atkinson can't make that one count. This time Margouche will look to go long with his goal kick. He does, and Matsiopoulos gets there first for FK Beograd. Baselli's able to get a touch and inside to Konstantopoulos. He in turn outside to Atkinson. As Jason Konstantopoulos gets down and cuts inside. Here he's on his left, goes inside to Trimboli. Missed a lot of games this season through injury as Trimboli, so it's good to see him back on the pitch. And FK Beograd happy to go all the way back and start again through Cooper Nunn. Well, he's only started 5 league games so far this season, so I said not a lot of games for him so far. As FK Beograd will rebuild from the back. Switch of play, looking for Konstantopoulos. Against Mastrantoine. He cuts inside onto his left and crosses. Baselli can't get it. Go all the way through to Atkinson, but he can't quite get on the end of that one. And it drifts out for harmless goal kick. Good wing play there from Konstantopoulos. Plenty of football action on today. We will go through those results during this game as Margouche goes along looking for Slattery here just in front of me in the box. Knocks all the way back to Muller. Miller goes long, just to clear that one. Here's Woodlands in his bright yellow kit, and Martinello goes for an outlandish effort there and knocks it over the line, but what a cheeky effort that would have been. It would certainly been contender for goal of the week if that had gone in. Volley from 40 yards on the first time volley. That's long. Miller gets there first for Croydon. Second ball comes through to Cato. Cato looks it through, put through Trimboli. Trimboli hits it and it's in! Croydon take the early lead through Oliver Trimboli. As we're only nearly 5 minutes into this game, and Oliver Trimboli pounces and makes that one count. What a finish that was from Oliver Trimboli. Lashes that one home from inside the box. Second ball there from Cato winning it. Able to play him in. And Oliver Trimboli does what he does best. Smashes the ball home for an early 1-0 lead. Get back underway here at One Solution Park. For the round 20 clash in the RAA NPLSA. Here's Toriani. Back to Woodlands to keep the ball moving. Not the start FK Beograd would have wanted at home, especially after the last 2 rounds, not getting those positive results. However, they did get 3 wins before those 2 losses, and hands in the back there from Miller on Trimboli, and Bowl McCoy clears. Here's Martinello. Pressured from Leon Curry, comes wide to Slattery. That ball's gone down the line. Manstrand Tyrone, and he's looking for Cato. Falco under a lot of pressure there, but Toriani able to clear in the end. That's a challenge there from Martinello, and Curtis just checks on throw. No card there for Martinello. Might just hear some words there for Anthony Trimboli, just asking if the linesman or the assistant referee can keep an eye on the hands in the back as he goes up for the ball. For Trimboli, finds him. Here's Baselli here and tries to get his pass out to Atkinson, but cut out by Mr. Croydon and Lucas Klimek. Here is Klimek again. This one goes wide looking for Passia John, but cut out by Harrington and unable to get away from John, gives the ball away for a throw-in. FK Beograd last 5 lost to Comets last week, lost to Adelaide United the week before, and then a 1-0 win over West Adelaide, 1-0 win over Playford, and a 2-0 win over Burkhard prior to that. Here's Slattery now. Looks to cross, cut out by Falco. Konstantopoulos is there to help him and does well to get away from Oscar Slattery. And he goes line, but Jantoine is going to cut that out. Under pressure from Baselli, it goes out for a throw-in. 8 minutes here played. If you've just joined, I missed a very early goal from Oliver Trimboli in the 5th minute. Able to lash around a volley inside the box after good work from Cato. Quite have the throw in on this near side. Oscar Slattery. Falco wins that one, but out for another throw in. Ollie Trimboli with the touch and then back to Styles. He looks for the switch, looking for John, but Harrington's going to get there first. Hits the ball, goes back to Woodlands, and Woodlands puts his foot through that. It's going to fall all the way through Trimbolli, who was coming back from an offside position. Croydon happy to get the ball moving quickly. This time from Ned Sauce through Balmapour. This is the only NPL game at 5 p.m. today. As Cooper Nunn wins that one. Falco forces his way through, then Constantopoulos looks for Falco down the line, but Muller's going to get there first, and he clips it out for another throw-in. Here is Constantopoulos, goes all the way back to Toriani. Another game tonight for the NPL with Metro Stars taking on Adelaide United at 7:15, and that'll be at CK Shutter Reserve as Margaret goes long. Toriani gets there first. Second ball to Trimbolli. He goes down to Falco. Falco now. Looks to beat Styles but can't. Throw there, back him up and wins it back. Now Crew finds Falco. Falco looks to clip it over the top for Trimbolli. And Trimbolli does well to get there. Here is Trimbolli now. Loses his footing and can't keep that one in, and it goes out for a goal kick. Do a quick around the grounds. Thanks to Longmore LED and Sportal Systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Most of the football has been played today. Plimpton down in the HPG Home State League 2 South losing to Adelaide Hills 4-2. NPL West Torrens Bacala beating Playford 1-0. The Sturt Lions Adelaide Comets game got abandoned due to an injury to an official there, or one of the match officials. And West Adelaide beating Para Hills 2-1. As that's long from Margouche. Nunn wins that one. Trimbolli looks to get there first, but Martinello knocks it back to Balmapour. He plays back through Martinello into some trouble, and he managed to get past one, get past two, get past three, loses out to the third one in the end. Here's Neonkuru. Back to Falco. In the HBG Home State League 1.
Tommy, push him up. Tommy, get him up. Push up!
As Woodlands goes long there. All Eagles and Raiders played out of 1-1 draw. Here's Trimbolli looking for Atkinson. Atkinson met by Margouche. Comes well off his line and out of his box to knock that long, and Nunn wins that one early. Neonkuru. Now Trimbolli does well to keep that under control and find Baselli in a little bit of space now. Baselli cuts inside onto his right, looking for Trimbolli, but that's cut out. Pasia John collects for Croydon. Adelaide victory coming away with a 2-0 win over Salisbury United. Neonkuru cuts that one out. Here's FK Beograd now, able to get forward. Neonkuru goes wide, finds Atkinson. Atkinson now cuts it across, and Bowler paws there to slide and take that one away from him. That's out for a goal corner. Back to it. Eastern beating Fulham 2-1. A surprise result, massive result there for Eastern United in the grand scheme of things for relegation there, and South Adelaide losing 3-2 to Modbury Jets. I will go through the tables a bit later on as well. Gawler Eagles, no result there. Pontian beating Elizabeth Grove 3-0 in the HPG Home State League 2 North. As Constantopoulos will take this corner from the far side, looking directly into the sun is myself and the cameraman. He swings that one in near post, flicked from Baselli and eventually out for a goal kick. Adelaide Uni beating Garn 3-2. Big result there for Adelaide Uni. And in the Apex Steel NPL, Mulberry Vista drawing with Campbelltown City 2 apiece. Got some other results from late kickoffs. State League 2 North, HUG Home State League 2 North. Salisbury Inter beating Northern Demons 3-1 at the moment. Back to the Apex Steel WNPL. Metro Stars losing 1-0 to Adelaide Comets at the moment. There were a few games played last night as well. I'll go through those tables with some of those results in the HPG Home State League 1 and what that looks like for teams in finals and teams at the bottom of the table. There's a bit of mass involved there. Sometimes that's not my strongest suit. Here is Baselli. Goes back to Harrington. He's happy to refresh all the way through. Cooper Nunn back out around this way now. Toriani to Falco. It looks to go long. Slattery cuts that one out. Battle between Falco and Slattery, and Falco wins out. Here's Neonkuru looking for Trimbolli. Can't quite get the touch for Falco, but Neonkuru does well to make it his. Eventually loses out and he's gone down injured. Let's see if he can get back up. That ball's through looking for Atkinson, but Muller gets there and goes back to Margouche. And Curry slowly makes his way to his feet. Here's Baselli now for FK Beograd. Looks to play in Trimboli, but cut out by Mastrantuine. A free kick given away as well. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Constantopoulos looks to close down Mastrantuine. He goes long, looking for the Kato, but Toriani's going to get there first, pushing the back, and he wins the free kick. Woodlands now able to find Natsiopoulos in his own box. He goes wide to Toriani. He then goes to Falco. They've done well to play themselves out of a bit of trouble there. Here's Constantopoulos. Loses out. Here's Oscar Slattery now for Croydon. Looks to beat Constantopoulos. Gets to the byline, cuts it back, but Constantopoulos tracks all the way, knocks it out for a corner.
You can see them, push them up. You have to push them up there, okay? Don't hold back. Ready. Make sure Adam or Ned, one must stay the balance move. Especially
As Martinello makes his way over to take this one.
ready.
Does allow the tall timber of Croydon to make their way forward. The ideal targets here, Oliver Trimboli and Bolmapore. For Adam Martinello, who'll take this corner. One arm up from Martinello. Looks to go far post. Passage, John rising highest, but sees that go past his head and drifts out for a goal kick. Dangerous delivery there, and Passage John rising very high, but unable to make it count. Here's Woodlands, goes wide to Cooper Nunn. He then goes long looking for Trimboli. Trimboli and Atkinson just not on the same page there as Trimboli wins the flick. Margouche is going to collect. Martinello, he goes long, looking for Yuya Keita up against Toriani, and Toriani wins that one, and Natsiopoulos gets the second ball. Atkinson then goes back to Nunn, puts him under pressure. Here's Oliver Trimboli now for Croydon. Oliver Trimboli into the box. Trimboli cuts it across. It goes, hits the side netting, out for a corner. Good run there from Oliver Trimboli. Picked up the loose ball, powered into the box. And forces another corner. This time Ned Stiles will go across to take this one. This one with his left foot. Bolmapore gets into the box. He swings this one in. Passage John rising. And Harrington gets a good touch and away. Here's Oliver Trimboli now for Croydon. Up against another Trimboli and Anthony Trimboli. Back to Slattery. Slattery delivers into the box. Passage John, Bolmapore gets up. Passage John collects now for Croydon. Onto his left, goes wide. Does well to get a delivery in and goes all the way through the Clemic, but he can't keep that one in.
Organise,
Another goal kick.
Come on, Ned, organise. Ned, stay there. Stay, space, Ned. Good.
Woodlands will go along with this goal kick. For Trimboli, but Baselli's probably going to go for that one. Martinello wins that. Trimboli wins the second ball, wins it again. It's on for Constantopoulos, and Mastrantuine does well to deal with Constantopoulos and puts it out for throw in. Santana coming in for James Polly, the regular left back. That's a dangerous ball back inside, but Nunn does well with Passy. John put him under immense pressure. Konstantopoulos is thinking his lucky stars there. Here's Natsiopoulos. He goes wide to Baselli. Baselli now. Out on the left. Swings it in. Cut out by Martinello. Natsiopoulos can't quite get there, but Baselli does. Now Kuru back to Harrington. Now Kuru this time now able to get away. And John does well to track him. Goes all the way back to Klimek, and Klimek goes long, but it's only going to go as far as Cooper Nunn. He brings it under control and finds Natsiopoulos.
Get up! Up! Come on, come on. Yes, Chase. Yes.
Curry regains possession for FK. Here's Baselli. Tackled by Stiles, and Stiles wins the ball. Sado looks to play in. Sorry, Martinello looks to play in Sado, but can't quite find him.
Easy, easy, easy. Oh.
Anthony Trimboli goes wide to Atkinson. Atkinson into the box. On his right, hits it. Blocked by Bolmapore. Second ball there, won by Natsiopoulos, and Konstantopoulos does well, but he goes over. Martinello says, I'll take that, thank you very much, and he's Manfrancoano. He goes long looking for Yuya Kato, but well read there from Cooper Nunn. Falco clears. Neither team really able to slow the game down or put their foot on the ball and put a passage of play together. Very end-to-end at the moment. Neither side able to gain control. Let's just throw in. May have heard there from the FK coach wanting to force him to go long. Trimboli wins the flick to Kato, but Nunn wins that. Trimboli again. Here's Konstantopoulos for FK Beograd. This goes back to Tariani. Tariani now weighs up his options. He's going all the way back to Woodlands. Woodlands clears long, looking for Baselli. Baselli wins a flick, but only as far as Manfrancoano, and he goes long, looking for Yuya Kato. Neither side again, really looking to put the foot on the ball. Here's Neil Kuru now. Baselli finds a little bit of space, turns, but can't get away from Muller. Neil Kuru now. Konstantopoulos goes all the way back to Toriani, and he in turn back to Woodlands, and Woodlands now can put his foot on it. Survey his options, as he does, as we tick over 22 minutes played here at One Solution Park in round 20 of the RA8 NPLSA. Here's Atkinson now able to cut inside. Passy John does well, tracks him all the way and forces him back and wins the ball. Here's now Yuya Kato for Croydon. He's pulled back by Natsiopoulos, and that's going to force him into the book. First booking for this evening goes to Natsiopoulos in the 23rd minute. Croydon will now have a free kick. Car horns in the background. It turns out someone who is driving close by has found the horn on their car. That ball's knocked into the box, cleared by Harrington. Now Kuru loses out to Kato. Goes all the way back to Martinello. Croydon will go all the way back to Margouche. Muller goes long, looking for a run from Passy John. Straight down the middle, Cooper Nunn clears. Falco goes all the way back to Woodlands, and Woodlands does well to get there in front of John. And he'll look to play. His options. Then he goes to Cooper Nunn. Left side centre back for FK Beograd. Playing in their traditional 4-3-3 formation as Toriani goes long looking for Konstantopoulos. Keeps it in with a great little touch there for Konstantopoulos. Goes inside. Pass 3. Goes back to Natsiopoulos. Under pressure and they're forced to go back now. And back to Toriani.
Step out. That's fine. Bravo.
And then all the way back to Woodlands. Goes out to Cooper Nunn on the far side. He goes line, looking for Atkinson, but cut out by Klimek. Mark Miller under pressure from Neon Kuru, does well to find Klimek again down the line, and Klimek then launches long, looking for Trimboli, Oliver Trimboli for Croydon, but he's offside, and FK Beograd will regain possession. This is the return fixture in the RAA and PLSA for 2026. The first fixture this season went the way of FK Beograd, 2-0 at Croydon's ground. As Falco goes line, that's going to go out for a corner. Thanks to 2 goals from Konstantopoulos, 24th and 27th minute. I was on that game, and it's an interesting game that day as Konstantopoulos really turned the tables at the 24th minute. Then he went and did the same thing again. 27 minutes, he scored again, and Croydon just couldn't find their way back into that game that day. Konstantopoulos will take this one from the near side with his right foot. He swings this one in, goes middle. It's eventually cleared by Passia John. Forced him back into the corner here. Goes inside and finds Bolmapour. Bolmapour then able to clear, but only as far as Nyakuru. Here's Falco. Goes line. I see John dives in and Falco and does win the free kick. Also got a game in the HPG Home State League 1, 5 o'clock kickoff. Cove against Cumberland. Cove currently down 1-0 to Cumberland. And that is thanks to One World LED solutions for all your digital LED, One World LED and Sportal System for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Here's Harrington. He's going to go all the way back to Woodlands.
Come on, Nicky, come on.
Woodlands then comes wide. Here's Toriani just in front of us. Toriani goes up his options. He goes line looking for Falco. Cut out there by Croydon. Ned Styles beats Nyakuru. Now Ned Styles able to run at the back line. Held up by Natsiopoulos and goes wide to John. I see John then forced all the way back to Klimek, and he's forced all the way back to Margoose. Good defence there, defensive work there from FK Beograd. As both players overrun that, and there's a push in the back. Natsiopoulos will win that free kick. Cooper Nunn for FK Beograd will have his options, and he goes short to Natsiopoulos. And goes line, finds Atkinson. Atkinson able to turn, run at the defence. He goes wide to Harrington, who's drifted into an offside position, but Atkinson wins a free kick before that. And this is a dangerous position now for FK Beograd. Allows them to send Tall Timber, Toriani and Cooper Nunn up.
Pass into the box. Pass into the box.
Croydon to play as high a line as possible. FK Beograd now. Konstantopoulos goes low. Atkinson can't flick it and falls to Baselli, and his snapshot high over the bar into the dog park. As we approach the 30-minute mark of this first half. Two games remaining in the HPG Home State League 1. And after today's results, Eastern go to 19 points, sitting in 10th. That's long from Margouche. Oliver Trimboli wins that for Croydon. Then on to Passy John. Passy John now gets a toe poke, but Woodlands cuts that one out. But typical Route 1 football there from Croydon. Worked the treat. Trimboli with the first touch, eventually falling to Passy John, but he just crowded out of it in the end and couldn't get enough power in the shot. Woodlands forces Toriani backwards, and he goes long and looking for Constantopoulos. He does well, but Neon Kuru loses out to Martinello. Here's Ned Stiles now for Croydon. And he's forced back to go all the way to Lucas Klimek. In turn gets it back down the line. Goes inside. Here is Klimek and then finds Passy John now. Passy John up against Harrington. Looks to go passing and does so. John looks to cross, finds Oliver Trimboli. First touch, hit, goal! Trimboli, Oliver Trimboli with a second in the 30th minute here at One Solution Park. Makes it 2-0. Great play there from Croydon down that right-hand side. All the players involved down that right side. Klimek, Stiles, Passy John getting past Harrington. Getting inside. Look, got his head up well. Cut ball back. And Oliver Trimboli again does what he does best. Great little touch past the defender and smashes at far post. Woodlands doesn't have a chance of getting down and saving that one. Croydon 2-0 just before half time. Still 15 minutes, should I say, to play in this first half. Okay, Beograd now. A little bit harder for them to get back into this game. They need something now to spark them before half time. Certainly don't want to concede a third before the half. And ideally score. Here is Baselli now. Goes wide to Atkinson. Atkinson gets his head up, looks to cross, but cut out by Manchester, only as far as Nyankuru, and it's a handball and a free kick to FK Beograd. Can they make this one count? Dangerous position here for FK Beograd. They've got to make sure they can make this one count. Falco will take this one. Delivers low. Cleared by Martinello. That was a poor free kick in the end. And Kuru just knocks it back in. Toriani dummies. Pacelli gets a touch. Here's Natsiopoulos. Natsiopoulos hits it. He's been in an offside position. Great save from Margouche, and Trimboli, Anthony Trimboli followed up, but in the end they found an offside. Baselli. Well, it would have been possibly from Baselli on the first initial knock back in, or Natsiopoulos from the little touch. As Margouche comes this side looking for Slattery, finds him in some space. Great distribution there from Margouche. Slattery leaves it down well, goes backwards, and then goes down from Croydon, and there's a bit of a off the ball there. Here's Yuya Kato drifted into an offside position. We'll just see if they come back to anything. Players are just asking for the free kick, and Wordsworth just saying he played the advantage. But Kato drifted into an offside position as Toriani goes long. Baselli loses out to Bolmapore, and that's high. Natsiopoulos gets there first. Baselli, great little touch over for Trimboli. Here's Anthony Trimboli. Looks to cut inside, but into behind Bolmapore, but Bolmapore does very well, and eventually FK Beograd win it back. And then Kuru goes all the way back to Woodlands. Woodlands under pressure from Oliver Trimboli this time. He goes long, does well. That's going to almost drift out. But Falco does brilliantly well to keep that one in. Natsiopoulos eventually loses out to two Croydon players. A lot of action there. And eventually Margouche is able just to slow it down. Bolmapore looks to switch, but doesn't hit that right, and Natsiopoulos collects. Goes back to Cooper Nunn. Finds Baselli. Baselli turns Bolmapore, and just going to have a quick chat, I think, with Bolmapore. He's just going to check on Baselli. He does. Baselli's back up on his feet. He does have a chat with Bulmer Pauper. He's saying that's it, no more after that. So tries to get the game underway, but we're just still having a chat with Bulmer Paul. Croydon setting up in a 4-4-2 with Oliver Trimboli, Cato playing up top, Passage on the right side, Slattery on the left, Styles and Martinello through the middle. Tariani goes right back to Woodlands. Woodlands then takes a touch. He then goes wide to Natsiopoulos. He comes inside, looks to switch and try and find Atkinson, but Strandwine's going to cut that one out. Looking for Cato, but can't quite find him. Here's Toriani now. He finds Konstantopoulos under pressure from Muller, turns away from him and then turns away from Martinello, but two Croydon players end up doing the job and winning the ball. Trimboli looks for Cato, but Toriani's going to usher that one out of play. There's Woodlands, and on his unfavoured right foot, luckily finds Neon Kuru in the end. Trimboli puts Natsiopoulos under pressure. Natsiopoulos does well, looks for the ball in behind. Can't quite get there, and Atkinson loses out, and Martinello wins a flick to Cato. Toriani does well to win that one and come away with it. Croydon win it back. Here's Oliver Trimboli, looks for Passia John. Passia John on his left, hits it! Great save there from Woodlands down low to his left. And Cooper, Ethan Harrington there clears and does well and finds Baselli now in some space. Can FK Beograd transition quickly? Here is Baselli running at the back line. Runs into Bulmer and eventually ball goes all the way through to Margouche, and Margouche will take his time and pick up as we tick over 35 minutes played here at One Solution Park in round 20 of the RAA NPLSA. Brought to you by RAA. Chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. Here's Atkinson. Big challenge there from Bulmer and the throwing favours FK Beograd. Falco will come across to take this one. When the action does die down, I'll get a chance to go through what's happened in some of the other games and what results mean. None goes wide to Konstantopoulos, who switched sides with Atkinson. He goes line looking for Neon Kuru up against John, and that's going to go out for a goal kick. Table now in the HPG Home State League 1 after today's results. The only games currently still to play, Olympics still have a game and Cobras have a game tonight. But the rest of the teams have all played 20 games, and I said Eastern United, big win today, getting a win, putting them to 19 points. Salisbury United now in 11th on 14 points. South Adelaide in 12th on 12 points. That goes long. Harrington clears, and I believe that now with Eastern winning there, they go to 19 points. It does confirm that South Adelaide are 7 points behind Eastern United with only 2 games left to play. So South Adelaide will be playing State League 2 next season. Salisbury 5 points behind Eastern with 2 games to go as Passia John gets down the line up against Harrington and Konstantopoulos and eventually loses out. Salisbury still have something to play for. Salisbury play South Adelaide next week, but Eastern with a 5-point gap, so Salisbury need Eastern to lose their last 2 and Salisbury need to win their last 2 to have any chance of staying up. As Klimek, long throw into the box, flicked on by Oliver Trimboli, cleared by Trimboli, hit there, and it's blocked by Harrington. Brilliantly done there from Harrington. It fell kindly for Woodlands, who was able to collect. But what an effort that was from Croydon. FK Beograd just really unable to get the ball and play at this present moment in time and force Croydon back. Margouche comes wide to this near side. Mastrantolano goes to the line with the head. Toriani's going to get there first and does so. Ned Styles picks up for Croydon. He goes looking for John, but not quite on the same page there. And here's Cooper Nunn. He finds Trimboli. Trimboli flicks it around the corner for Konstantopoulos. Now he's got a little bit of space. Konstantopoulos up against Klimek on the far side. He delivers. Cleared by Martinello. Ned Styles then comes wide to Oscar Slattery. Slattery now comes away with it. He finds his wing partner in Passy John on this side. Passy John now goes right back to Mastrantolano. He goes inside and finds Styles. Croydon now weigh up their options. Falco can't quite get enough on that, but falls kindly for Toriani. And he looks back past Kato, and he goes long. Looking for Anthony Trimboli, does well. Anthony Trimboli does well. He muscles off too. Does well. He finds Baselli in some space. Anthony Trimboli brilliantly there. Then wide to Harrington. Now here's Harrington in some space. He crosses, looking for Trimboli. Trimboli gets his head to it, but can only guide that to Margouche, and Margouche claims that one easily in the end. We tick over 40 minutes played here on Solution Park. John wins that one, but he can't guide that to any of his own teammates.
Keep getting on it. Come on. Keep getting on the ball.
If you have joined us late here, Croydon with a current 2-0 lead over FK Beograd, thanks to goals from Oliver Trimboli in the 5th and 30th minutes. There's Baselli on the far side up against Bolmapore. Bolmapore wins that one and then goes inside but gives it away. And there's a free kick found there by the referee in Wordsworth on Bolmapore. And Croydon will take their time with this free kick. As Margouche has made his way over to take it. And with those 2 goals so far, Oliver Trimboli's gone to 7 for the season, 1 behind Croydon's leading goal scorer, which is his brother and Luca Trimboli, who's on the bench today. There's Neon Kuru. Comes to the right hand side, plays in, tries to play in Atkinson behind, but Margouche is off his line early. Margouche goes long, looking for Kato or Slattery, but Toriani beautifully deals with that one and goes backwards to his own keeper.
All good. Hey.
Luca Trimboli sitting 12th
Fire.
in the goal scoring tally.
Right.
The entire league.
Yes, Deadly.
That's long, looking for Konstantopoulos, and it's dealt with there by Mastrantolano, and it falls kindly for Atkinson in the end. It's going to be a throw in. Throw into FK Beograd. As Falco will take this one. Tries up his options, goes inside and finds Konstantopoulos, gets it back, then goes line to Neon Kuru. Neon Kuru looks to turn away from trouble. Does well in the end. Here's Konstantopoulos, goes inside, loses out. Trimboli, Oliver Trimboli looking for Styles, but can't keep that one in. That's out for a throw in.
Hey, organise.
Here's Harrington for FK Beograd, goes long looking for Trimboli, but Bolmapore gets there. Neon Kuru wins that, but only as far as Styles. Styles gets it back from Passy John, and then a good challenge there from Neon Kuru, and the ball goes out on the far side for a throw in. Yep. Ball's finally going to come in from just in front of us here. Croydon will have the throw on the far side. Klimek goes long, looking for Oliver Trimboli up against Toriani. Ball comes away for FK Beograd. Now here's Atkinson. Goes inside and finds Baselli. Baselli then Goes wide to Konstantopoulos on the far side, overlapped by Natsiopoulos. Cuts inside on his right. Can't find Anthony Trimboli, not quite on the same page there. And here's Harrington now for FK Beograd. Konstantopoulos. Eventually, free kick won there by Yuya Kato on the far side. So we approach half time. Only maybe a minute of time added, as this first half has gone by pretty quickly with 2 goals from Oliver Trimboli in the 5th and 30th minute. And Toriani guides that one back to Woodlands. It's Atkinson. Met there with a solid challenge from Bolmapore. And then cleared by Styles. Here's Oscar Slattery. Slattery now up against Falco. Goes outside of him. Falco does well. He looks across and wins the corner. Styles takes his time in getting across to take this corner. Croydon certainly had the more shots at goal, and Martinello now is going to go across to take it as we are in time added. Martinello delivers. Goes centrally. Woodlands gets a punch. Passage on now. Wouldn't sit for him. He goes back to Klimek. Klimek hits it, and that's high and over the bar and into the car park. As we are in time added, can't be too much longer left. As Woodlands goes to Toriani. He goes long, looking for Baselli. Bolmapore gets there but can't win that header, and Muller clears. Kato. Trimboli turns, then Oliver Trimboli couldn't get the space. He finds Passage on now. Passage on. Outside on the right, goes line. Looks the cross. Does well. Harrington does very well in the end and clears and finds Konstantopoulos in a little bit of space. Konstantopoulos now able to get forward. Goes inside to Baselli. Baselli now. Goes wide to Atkinson. Atkinson now. Cuts inside on his left. And defended well there by Croydon.
Hello? Yes.
Man coming right shoulder.
And that's half time here at One Solution Park in this round 20 clash between FK Beograd and Croydon. Croydon with the 2-0 lead thanks to goals from Oliver Trimboli in the 5th and 30th minutes. We're going to take a short break, but join us in 15 for the second half here at One Solution Park.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
I just want to make an impact.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You could walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's going to be all right.
Call off the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
And that's in! Diamantis sees Harpers off his line. And he makes him pay.
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved. So fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in higher levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local, and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
So the Youth Club Championship, we've designed a structure where the under 13s, under 14s, under 15s and 16s all compete together as one club. They'll play at the same venue, they'll play one after each other. It allows the technical director to be at the venue to help educate and look after the coaches, and also there's a focus on player development.
Players are now knowing where they are at and the pathway to follow each year. If they continue with the YCC, they should be in a position where they can go into senior football. It's a lot clearer around the steps they need to take to keep tracking as a player.
We've created an additional YCC training session or seminar night. All the players involved had the opportunity to do an extra additional skills session development plan, and we had Adrian Stanter coming in to talk about how to become a more professional player from a younger age.
The fact that as a club we are investing heavily in the juniors to ensure that we're putting those tools in place that the YCC is wanting from us, that's certainly bringing around some benefits to the club and to junior development across the board.
Everyone's trying to obtain points for their club, but also with a strong focus on how do we create a competition where players can play against like players.
The one thing I have noticed is it's been a bit more focused on getting the balance right. So, you know, trying to keep the best teams playing against each other throughout the entire year and not having this big disparity between one team or another, one club or another.
So what it has allowed us to do is have quality games every week, which has benefited the competition and given the girls a chance to sort of understand what it's like to play at that elite level. While development is a good focus, the YCC does bring out the aspect of results as well, which helps find that balance for players to transition to senior football.
So I think with the YCC structure now in place, there's become a better level. And with a better level, there's been higher intensity within our sessions, and that's allowed for greater development in terms of a player, technically, tactically, and that's given them the best chance to keep improving their game.
Yeah, look, I think there's certainly brought around a lot of excitement to the club on YCC Day. The club's buzzing. A lot of the parents and players really enjoy seeing the kids play, and what is really now an elite pathway in junior football in our state.
Something that resonated with me right on the onset was about connecting a budding footballer with the right coach with the right club, and the right club being part of the right football environment. So the YCC tells me that this has been a fantastic implementation by Football South Australia.
Still in the box, and it's another goal!
Good evening, welcome back to One Solution Park for round 20 of the RA NPLSA. FK Beograd taking on Croydon. Croydon currently with a 2-0 lead thanks to goals to Oliver Trimble in the 5th and 30th minutes of the first half. And there is one change for FK Beograd at the halftime break. Atkinson making way. And Peter Palassis coming on. away. It's all the way back to Woodlands. As FK Beograd have some work to do in this second half, as that goes long, and Balmapor's going to get there first in front of Anthony Trimboli. Slattery on the far side for Croydon keeps that in. With that change of Palacios coming in. Does mean a slight change positional-wise for some of the FK Beograd players. As that's a free kick to Ned Stiles, and it looks like Palacios is going to go into the middle of the park, and Baselli's going to come out to this left wing. The temperature at half-time seems to have dropped. Free kick from Croydon comes into the box. Goes far post. Harrington doesn't quite out-jump Passy John, but it goes out off Passy John for a goal kick.
Ready, organised, ready.
Woodlands will get us underway. He'll go short to Toriani. Comes across to Cooper Nunn.
Yes.
Cooper Nunn then goes long looking for Anthony Trimboli. Battle with Balmapor, and he's offside. Martinello will look to take this one and try and gain as much yardage as he can. And Martinello goes looking for Passy John up against Harrington. Harrington does well to get a foot on that, and Baselli keeps it in, goes line, but only as far as Martinello. Martinello looks for Trimboli, can't bring that under control. Toriani then clears, neither side able to put a foot on it. Martinello eventually does. It's given away again. Here's FK Beograd now. Here's Neil Kuru away from Martinello. Looks to play Trimboli, who was probably drifted into an offside position. Konstantopoulos finds Neil Kuru. Neil Kuru forced wide by Muller. Comes back inside, looks for Natsiopoulos and finds him. Goes back to Nunn. And then he switches it out to Toriani. Toriani now able to step into midfield. He looks to switch, looking for Trimboli. Finds him. Trimboli with a knockdown. Here's Natsiopoulos. Oh, he can't find his footing, and that's ricocheted out to Baselli now. Baselli wide into the box. Baselli on his right, cuts it back. Here's Palacios. He can't bring it under control, and it's eventually cleared by Croydon. Better start for FK Beograd. Here's Harrington now. Finds Palacios. Palacios up against Balmapor. Balmapor into the back end, but finds Harrington now. Harrington, not sure what he tried to do there, but loses out in the end, and it's cleared. Natsiopoulos. Toriani puts his foot through that one. It joins us here for a throw-in. Passy John puts the ball down, and he allows Lucas Klimek to take the throw. Certainly wasted enough time there as Klimek goes line looking for John. Falls kindly for Oliver Trimboli. He finds Stiles. Stiles now goes wide. Finds Slattery. Slattery up against Falco. Cuts inside. He beats one, beats two, but Falco recovers well and puts it out for a corner. Croydon with the first corner of the second half. Martinello will take this, and he does just walk over. Eventually, Martinello's got to the ball, but no offence, this is just taking forever as Martinello makes his way over. It's taken about 30 seconds since the ball's gone out. Eventually, he's got to the corner. Martinello will swing this in with his right foot. Look to go centrally, he does. Right in the middle, cleared at the near post by Palacios. And as far as Martinello, he whips it in first time again, this time cleared by Nunn. Harrington looks to get there before Klimek. Klimek puts it back in. Cleared by Natsiopoulos, further by Palacios. Neil Kuru able to turn, under pressure from Trimboli. Gets away from him eventually. Forced wide. It does go wide. Here's Baselli now on the far right side. Baselli crosses, looking for it in the box, but cleared by Margouche. Only upwards though. Trimboli can't quite get there, and Margouche reclaims on this second attempt. His punch went straight up, but no FK Beograd could get on the end of it. Klimek gets past Palacis, and Margouche then claimed on the second attempt. FK Beograd now regained possession. Come out better in this second half. Palacis able to turn. He's able to run at the defence. Weighs up his options. Look for Trimboli behind. Anthony Trimboli then goes wide to Harrington. Harrington looks across but blocked. Falls to Natsiopoulos, but his touch lets him down a little bit. Eventually wins it back. Here's Baselli now. Neonkuru weighs up his options. Comes wide to Trimboli. Trimboli offside. Harrington can't get on the end of that because Trimboli was found to be offside. Margouche will take the resulting kick. That's long. None gets there. Mike Mello picks it up for Croydon. Goes wide to Slattery. Slattery now. Cuts in on his right, hits it with his left. Down goes Woodlands and pushes it out for a corner. For all of FK Beograd's early efforts, Croydon get a shot away on target. So 2 games to go in the HPG Home State League 1, and we have one team confirmed relegated on 12 points, unable to catch Eastern United on 19 points. Salisbury still have another week of life in them, as that swung in this time. Woodlands claims. And slowed down there. Eventually gets it to Nunn. He goes inside to Palacis. Palacis able to turn. He's able to find a little bit of space in this midfield. He's played Palacis since coming on. He goes inside to Neonkuru. He finds Trimboli. Trimboli then finds him back again. Here's Neonkuru now. Hits it. And he hits that one high and over the bar. Better play there from FK Beograd until the final shot. Some results around the grounds thanks to One World LED and Sportal systems for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. In the WNPL, Apex Steel WNPL Metro Stars currently losing to Adelaide Comets 4-0. In the HPG Home State League 1, Cove still losing to Cumberland 1-0. And in the HPG Home State League 2 North, at half-time, Mulberry Vista against Angle Vale. Mulberry Vista currently leading 4-0 in that game as well. And here at One Solution Park, Croydon 2-0 over FK Beograd at the moment, with goals coming from Oliver Trimboli in the first half. As Konstantopoulos has a great run down that right-hand side and eventually wins a corner off of Muller. At 7 o'clock this evening, HPG Home State League 1, Cobras take on Adelaide Olympic, and in the RAA NPLSA, Metro Stars take on Adelaide United at 7:15. Konstantopoulos will swing this one in on the far side. Does so. Looks for Natsiopoulos, he gets ahead. It falls kindly for Toriani, but he's blocked out of it and eventually cleared. Oliver Trimboli now for Croydon. Holds off Neonkuru. He looks to go line, but Neonkuru does very well to win the throw there. Long looking for Anthony Trimboli. Can't quite bring that under control, and eventually Croydon clear through Manstrantano. And as far as Natsiopoulos, but he wins it back, goes line. Valco can't get there, and it's going to go all the way through. Manstrantano clears. Here's Toriani now. Natsiopoulos turns. Loses out to Yuya Kato. He finds Oliver Trimboli now. Oliver Trimboli held up by Peter Palacis. Oscar Slattery now on the far side, looks to beat Neil Kuru, can't. And Neil Kuru puts his foot on it and goes backwards. And he's happy just to keep the ball. And they go long, looking in behind, and Anthony Trimboli's doing well there. Fights off Muller. Goes back, here's Peter Palacis. Natsiopoulos, he's under pressure from Passy John. He goes wide and finds Baselli now. Baselli up against Klimek. Clips it in, looking for Konstantopoulos. It falls kindly, but Margush there to clear. Natsiopoulos wins the head. Neil Kuru regains possession for FK Beograd. This is much better from FK Beograd. Here it is, Nunn looking for Baselli. Finds him into the box. Baselli now. Bolmapur comes across. Gives away the corner. Great defending there from Bolmapur. Konstantopoulos will take this corner for FK Beograd. We tick over 56 minutes played here. Delivers, goes far post. Margush gets a strong hand to that. Nodded back in. Here's Baselli. Trimboli cuts out, shoots, blocks. Claiming handball. Wordsworth says penalty. He had a long, hard think about it. And eventually he blew the whistle and pointed to the spot. Martinello there, the one that blocked the shot, but Wordsworth has said that it's a penalty. Is this FK Beograd's chance to get back into this game? And a multitude of players willing to take this one for FK Beograd, as the Croydon players are arguing with Wordsworth at the moment, trying to find out how is that given as a penalty. He was very close.
Adrian. Just over, yeah, we'll let it
As we do await, I'm not entirely sure what we're waiting for, but we have a ball, and Anthony Trimboli's looking like he could take it. Baselli's got hold of the ball. Margush back onto his line, and it is Baselli. Lorenzo Baselli just waiting as FK Beograd look to make a change as well after this penalty. Lorenzo Baselli.
Not yet though, George. Or do you want it now?
Up against Margush.
Ollie, do it now. Tell him now, after this.
Just having a chat with Lukas Klimek.
Tell him now, Ollie, we need it sorted now.
Lukas Klimek is still arguing and walking in the box, and this is just taking forever. As we approach the 60th minute mark of this game, and eventually we might get a penalty here. Baselli against Margush. And Baselli sends the keeper the wrong way, brings it back to 2-1. FK Beograd got life in this game. And Baselli brings his team within one. There was a long delay between the penalty given and the final shot on goal. Croydon get us back underway. That's long, and it's going to drift all the way out for a goal kick. And Croydon now, they've made a slight tactical change. It's the push pass here. John centrally now with Oliver Trimboli. Kato's gone out onto the far side almost as a midfield winger. As Martinello wins the free kick off Baselli, the goal scorer. Only thing stand at the moment after today's results in the NPL. LA City sit at the top by 1 point over West Torrens Bacala. As Martinello goes long into the box. Cooper Nunn wins that header. Now Kuru gets there first and he clears long, looking for Trimboli. Anthony Trimboli puts Muller under pressure, but he does well. Goes all the way back to Margouche. Metro Stars in third place on 37 points, but they still to play tonight. A win for them, push them up to 40 points. We'll keep them in third. And there's a big gap between Metro and Playford. 5 points there. Croydon, as it stands, will go to 32 points, and FK Beograd will stay on 30, and they'll drop into 6th place. Like I said, Sturt and West Adelaide. West Adelaide getting a win today puts them to 25. Sturt game abandoned today, and that will have to be replayed. As Kato here into the box. Kato on the right, goes back. Here's Martinello, blocked by Boselli. And that's a big block there, goes all the way back to Margouche at the other end of the pitch. Margouche then knocks that one out of play. And FK Beograd regain possession. So Campbelltown 23 points in 10th, Adelaide Comets in 11th and 16 points. So I think that now, Comets only played 19 games, so we'll have to check on that. See how that plays out. Baselli can't quite bring that under control. As that goes long, Toriani gets there first. That's going to bounce over Klimic's head. He got just enough of a touch there. Here's Palacios. He keeps the ball, goes back to Toriani. Toriani then looks to switch it to Baselli on this side. Baselli brings it under control, up against Lucas Klimic. Goes inside, but Slattery cuts that one out, and then Klimic clears, and that's going to go out for a throw-in just in front of us here for FK Beograd.
Easy, easy. Go from there, stop there, stop there, stop there. That's fine.
Here's Konstantopoulos on the far side in the box, hits it, and it's in! Konstantopoulos with a rifle into the top corner. Margouche left stranded there, and FK Beograd bring it back to 2 apiece. In the 63rd minute, Konstantopoulos. That one's making the highlight reel. And in for goal of the week contention right there. What a hit that is from Konstantopoulos. He managed to find half a yard, get it out of his feet, and smashes that one home past the stranded. With desperate diving Margouche. As Muller goes long, gets us back underway. And this game could go either way now. FK Beograd probably slightly on top now. Croydon had the first half, but FK Beograd have really turned it around this half. Here's now Neon Kuru, able to run at the back line of Croydon. Muller comes out, does well to blocks him off and wins that ball. Well done there by Muller. He gives the ball away. Falco, he then in turn gives the ball away. Here's Martinello. Looks for Slattery here just in front of us. Finds him. Harrington in close attention. Matsiopoulos does well to cut that one out, and he almost finds Palacios. As that's now out for a throw-in just in front of us here. As tensions rise in this clash. Round 20, RAA, NPLSA. That's brought to you by Bomport does well and eventually goes out for a corner. And chat to a local who backs you and your team. It's better to be a member with RAA. And One World LED and Sport Assistance for all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions. Goals from Konstantopoulos and Baselli in this second half have brought FK Beograd back level. After going behind in the first half 2-0, thanks to goals from Oliver Trimboli. Now Konstantopoulos will take this throw-in, this corner, sorry. Goes short to Anthony Trimboli. He gets it back from Gets it back to Konstantinopoulos. They don't whip it in, and Muller meets him, but Konstantinopoulos does well in the end. But he can't play Trimboli because he's in an offside position. So a bit of variation, but didn't quite work for them. So we took over 65 minutes played here at One Solution Park, and that's long. And Toriani, slight touch in the back and win the header. Palacios can't bring that one under control. Cleared by Klimek. None up against John. Slight touch in the back, and eventually Trimboli almost makes that work, and Toriani does well to knock that one back, and Woodlands clears, and eventually FK Beograd win the throw. There's no coaching staff is happy with the officials in any game. He's let some things go, and he's played the game. Here is Palacios now on the far side. He's able to cross, but cut out by Manchester United. Does very well, and then cleared by Muller. Done very well coming into that left back role for James Polly. As Toriani looks to switch, doesn't quite hit that right, and that's going to go all the way through to Margush. Margush only kept 2 clean sheets so far this season against Sturton round 10 and Adelaide United in round 16. FK Beograd on the other hand. Woodlands has kept 7 clean sheets. Adelaide United, Para Hills Knights, West Adelaide, Croydon, Berks, Playford, and West Adelaide again. As Toriani gets there in front of Oliver Trimboli now. Here's Toriani able to come forward. He goes wide to Peter Palacios. Palacios now far right-hand side, goes back to Konstantinopoulos. He then goes inside to Toriani. Toriani crosses looking for Baselli at the back post and up against Klimek, but that falls kindly for Margush, and he's able to collect. Margush ever present in the goal for Croydon, including tonight. 20 games played, 20 games started, as you'd expect from a keeper of his quality. Woodlands has only missed 1 game. As Natsiopoulos looks at Baselli, but he's overhit that one, and that's out for a throw-in, but it does take a deflection, so FK Beograd regain possession through this throw. Harrington's going to step forward to take it. And it looks like Harrington's going to go for a long throw into the box. A very long run-up. So I'm hoping it's a long throw, because if not, then it's a waste of a run-up. It does go long. Launches it into the box all the way through. Almost fell to Konstantinopoulos at the back post. I can't believe it made it through that far. And Croydon now going to their bench for the first time this evening.
Got a full back. He's all right, just cramp. He's coming off anyway, Nick.
Looks like Oscar Slattery's going to move into a left back role, and Luca Trimboli is going to come on, club's leading goal scorer. Just wait and see who makes way.
Straight away that needs to be set up.
And it is Manchantano. Done very well today, but succumbs to cramp, makes his way off. But outstanding performance today as Luca Trimboli. He's going to go up top. Passia John's going to come out on the right hand side, and Oscar Slattery is going to go into a fullback role. Trimboli gives away the free kick. Oscar Slattery goes into left back. Passia John out onto the right side. We've got Kato to the left side. And we've got a house full of Trimboli strikers this evening. We've got Luca Trimboli, Oliver Trimboli for Croydon, and Anthony Trimboli for FK Beograd. Margush will take this one. equaliser. It does. As Luca Trimboli gives a slight shove and gets away with it. It's clear that Anthony Trimboli is going to put Balmapore under pressure. He does well. Here's Peter Palacios now. Can't quite find the reverse pass. And Balmapore does well to come away with it. Finds Oliver Trimboli. He then looks to go wide to Yuya Kato, and he's in an offside position. And with that equaliser, it does push FK Beograd onto 31 points, staying in 5th, and Croydon on 30 points in 6th position. Antiopoulos goes wide to Cooper Nunn. Cooper Nunn then plays up his options. He goes and finds Baselli. He's able to turn away from Klimek. Finds some space now, does Baselli. He then looks to switch it, but can't quite find either Nyankuru or Konstantopoulos, and then Styles does well to bring it under and bring it away. And that's an effort and a half, and it's almost in, and what a save that is from Daniel Margouche. Peter Palacios, the ball fell kindly. He's gone in for the tackle, and he's just hammered it. And what an effort that was. And Margouche was, tell you what, that goes for some save of the week, that one right there. But what an effort that was from Palacios. That would have been his first goal. And Margouche up to the task. What a way that would have been to open your account for Peter Palacios. But Margouche said, not today. Konstantopoulos now with the corner kick. Goes far post. Toriani nods it back across, cleared by Martinello. Back in by Toriani, cleared by Passy John, and finds Oliver Trimboli, who clears. He's looking for his brother and Luca. Luca gets beaten by it too from Nyankuru. Now here's Falco. Natsiopoulos. Toriani with the turn in the middle of the park. He goes wide to Falco now. Falco looks to deliver. He does so, goes far post, looking for Anthony Trimboli. He nods it back. Cleared by Martinello. Passy John picks it up for Croydon. He's now going to look to beat Baselli, but that's a foul, and he goes down. And Baselli pulled out of that. Just have a quick word with him. So Croydon pick up the yellow card. And FK Beograd have got the free kick. Not sure who that yellow card actually went to in the end. We'll look to see if I can find out who that went to. Baselli will now be over this free kick. As it does allow FK Beograd to send the tall timber forward. Baselli delivers, goes far post, floats all the way over. Two players go down, Toriani and Oliver Trimboli, both happy to high-five each other on the way up. As Baselli going back to the original free kick, Baselli gave the free kick away. Got spoken to. Passy John then played it to Margouche, and Balmapore went into the book. Third minutes, Harrington's up against Passy John here. Passy John now. Look to take Harrington on. Delivers across. Great ball in, and Cooper Nunn clears. We need another ball after that one was cleared, and Styles will take this corner. Stars will deliver. He goes far post, looking for Oliver Trimboli. Gets there, off the bar, cleared, and it's in. It's eventually in off Yuya Kato. After a calamity of things happening there. Just trying to work out if the goal has been awarded. It has been. The ball went far post. It hit the bar. And eventually Woodlands tried to clear, but only managed to clear it into, I think it was Yuya Kato in the end. Yuya Kato certainly ran off celebrating. And that makes it 3-2 Croydon in the 76th minute. Just see if I can get a replay for you to find out what actually happened there as FK Beograd get us back underway. He goes long. As it did, it hit the bar, hit the keeper, cleared, and then Kato forced it over the line. And eventually, goal kick. Croydon now claiming for a handball. What a strange occurrence of events there for that goal. He hit Woodlands, hit the bar, hit Woodlands. He then managed to claw it away, but only as far as Cato, and eventually made its way in. Like I said, Croydon now take the 3-2 lead. Puts them back on top of FK Beograd. FK Beograd now to fight back to get the equaliser. Here's Falco looking for Baselli, but he's not going to keep that in. If he does very well, but no, that goes out.
The ball's gone already.
Trying to claim for a free kick, but there's nothing in that really at all.
Yeah.
Now.
Go ahead. Watching.
That's long. Harrington wins it. Natsiopoulos gets there. Baselli then looks for Anthony Trimboli. He flicks it inside. Natsiopoulos is going to get there first and does so in front of Styles. And then looks to go wide for Konstantopoulos, and he does, but Oscar Slurry does well and wins out, knocks it line, but it's out for a throw-in. And FK Beograd now going to their bench. That's Neon Kuru making way. Hassan coming on. Good shift there from Neon Kuru, as to be expected. Defensive change, or attacking change, sorry, for a defensive player there for FK Beograd. As Neon Kuru, the player tend to get box to box, but Croydon win out. Yuya Kato looking for Luca Trimboli on the far side, and he's going to get there, but no, it's out. It's offside from Luca Trimboli. Looks like they're going to go 2 up top now. There's FK Beograd. Almost like a 4 up top. Baselli left, Konstantopoulos right, Hussein and Trimboli through the middle, which will allow Natsiopoulos and Palacis just to fight their way in the middle as it finds Hussein. His touch is a little bit short, goes through to Martinello in the end, and Ned Styles cleans up for Croydon. He goes along looking for Trimboli, but Toriani brings it under control without any issues. Palacis finds Baselli now. Harrington's going to get on his bike and go on the overlap, and he gets it. Baselli regains possession. Palacis short and out.
Nedley, over here, son. Over
from
here.
Palacis.
Yeah, okay, you're good. You are.
So FK Beograd have to find another goal to get back into this game. Currently 3-2 down. Klimek goes long. Trimboli gets a touch. Luca gets the touch, and it goes through to Toriani. Toriani gets his head up and he goes long looking for Hussein in behind, and Muller gets there first, but they go straight up, and then Klimek comes through and decides that he's going to put his head on it. Clears it well. Kato then gives that away to Palacios. Palacios now weighs up his options, and he finds Cooper Nunn. Cooper Nunn then finds Toriani. He goes wide. Finds Konstantopoulos on the far side. Falco outside of him. Finds him. Falco gets his head up, looks to cross. Does so into the box. Trimboli there. Gets his head, but can't direct that one. Goal bound, and that's out for a goal kick. Game on at the moment. If you've just tuned in, you'll see that there's just over 10 minutes to go, or 10 minutes plus time added to go in this game. Croydon currently leading 3-2 thanks to goals through Oliver Trimboli in the first half in the 5th and 30th minute. Then FK Beograd got back level with 2 goals of their own in the second half. Konstantopoulos in the 63rd, Baselli penalty in the 59th. And then Croydon getting the goal to put them back in front from Yuya Kato. Corner that came in wasn't dealt with. Eventually Kato was able to force it over the line. FK Beograd had to throw on the far side. Goes inside to Anthony Trimboli. Falco then under pressure wins it and finds Cooper Nunn. Again, the result now puts Croydon into 5th, and FK Beograd drops into 6th. Here's Baselli up against Klimek. Cuts inside onto his right, looks to cross, but cuts it back inside to Palacios. Then he goes wide to Harrington. Harrington crosses, finds the same, drives it, and Anthony Trimboli's there to finish. FK Beograd make it 3-3. Anthony Trimboli on the score sheet in the 82nd minute. The change pays dividends for FK Beograd. Great play there from FK Beograd. Get the ball down that left side. Harrington with a great overlap. Cuts the ball back. Abu Hussein with a great little dummy. Knowing Trimboli was coming in behind him. And Trimboli gets the ball past the desperate Margouche. Here's Baselli now. Great tackle there from Stiles, and it's out for a throw-in as Baselli was looking to take it. Harrington was as well. What a game this has turned out to be this evening here at One Solution Park in the RAA NPLSA round 20. Almost at the end of the season. Only 2 games to go after this fixture. As Natsiopoulos switches it to find Baselli and does so. Baselli with a great touch, brings that under control. Sends Harrington again on the underlap this time. He cuts it across. Bomber Paul there, cut it out this time. And then Klimek clears further and finds Passia John. Passia John goes inside and finds Stiles. Stiles will look to switch and does so and finds Yuya Kato on the far side. Yuya Kato up against Falco. Crosses inside, finds Oliver Trimboli with half a yard. Oliver Trimboli on the left. Blocked by Natsiopoulos. Palacios comes away with it. Gets past Martinello and is brought down by Martinello. Martinello will go into the book for that one. 84th minute here. And he's just spoken to the bench about possibly coming off. Croydon now down 2 players at the moment. Looks like Oliver Trimboli down with cramp at the moment. Martinello is definitely coming off as Croydon will look to go to their bench. And coming on for Croydon will be Cameron O'Doherty. He's coming on for Oliver Trimboli, the goal scorer for Croydon. And he'll go straight into the middle of the park. And the other change is Martinello coming off for Alexander Good. FK Beograd gets us underway. He goes long looking for Abu Hussein. Good touchdown for Palacios, and in the back from O'Doherty. Looks like Luca Trimboli playing up top on his own now. Trying to work out what else they've done now with this. So it looks like Good's gone out to the left-hand side. Cato looks like he's come inside, into the middle. Harrington over the ball. Delivers, looks far post. Anthony Trimboli gets his head to it, but can't direct that one goal bound, and it goes wide of Margush's upright. As we tick over 86 minutes now. Are we going to get a winner, or is it going to stay as it is? And with that goal, it brought FK Beograd back to 1 point above Croydon, sitting in 5th. Margush will go long with this goal kick. Looking for Luca Trimboli. Toriani gets there first, knocks that one through. Muller clears, under pressure from Hussein. Natsiopoulos tries to guide his header to Konstantopoulos, but loses out. Slattery, Cato, Styles. Styles looks for the switch to try and find Passio John. Brings that under control. Harrington inside. Handball, he's just seeing if there's an advantage, and he eventually blows the whistle. There was no advantage, and it will allow Klimek to slow this down. It will allow Ned Styles to get on the ball and deliver. Dangerous position now.
Woody, be strong! Be strong! Come on!
High line from FK Beograd on the 18. Ned Styles with the left. Luca put it into a dangerous position, allow the likes of Luca Trimboli, Passy John and Bolmer Porter run onto. Delivers. Everyone goes up, is eventually cleared, and Alex Good will get to it on the far side. He goes backwards. Slattery under pressure from Falco, and Falco puts it out for a throw in. Slattery now in that left back role will take the throw. We've only got a couple of minutes plus. Any time added, goes short to O'Doherty. He goes inside, finds Good. Good looks to cross, takes a deflection, it's out for a corner. They scored from the corner last time. Can they do the same again? Ed Styles comes across to take it. Styles over the ball, left foot. He'll look to in swing. Goes far post again. Woodlands this time with a big punch away. Trimboli with the hit. Back inside, it's eventually cleared. Luca Trimboli with a great left-footed effort there. Hit it first time, it was cleared off the line. And it's all the way back to Margush. It was actually touched on and then eventually hit Cato and bounced unfavourably for Croydon as FK Beograd now look find Baselli on this near side. Baselli into the box up against Klimek. He crosses, far post, diving header at the back, and it's in! Anthony Trimboli scores in the 89th minute to make it 4-3 with a diving header. As all started from a punch from Woodlands. Finds a ball out to Baselli on the left-hand side. His cross hung up at the back post, and Anthony Trimboli coming in at that far post, throws himself at it with a diving header and sent it back past Margush and into the back of the net. And FK Beograd now 4-3 with only time added to play. We will get it more than a few minutes though, as FK Beograd now look to make their change here. And it looks like they're going to bring on Lean for the remaining few minutes. And Anthony Trimboli is going to come off after that. He's done his job. He scored 2. He's got FK Beograd back into it. And now FK Beograd going to take him off and bring on Lean, who's going to probably come in and shore up that midfield. clear anything that comes forward from Croydon as Anthony Trimboli eventually makes his way off.
Long ball, White onto Ethan's side. White long ball to Ethan's side.
There will be a number of minutes of time added. As we do tick over into time added now. As Lean does go straight into that midfield alongside Natsiopoulos just to shore things up. As Croydon get us back underway. Muller goes long. Bulmer Paul's now gone forward for Croydon. Harrington wins that, knocks it out for a throw-in.
Just in front. Just in front.
Clement will take this throw. He'll go long. What a game this has turned out to be. As Clement does go long into the box. Cooper Nunn wins the header. Clears it. Palacios gets there. He goes back to Baselli. Baselli knocks that one high and out for a throw. He didn't gain any yardage on that at all. And Clement will again take the long throw. Clement long into the box. Looking for Bulmer-Paul. Cleared by Natsiopoulos. Bulmer-Paul now up against Harrington. Harrington against two players. Cleared by Baselli. Does well to get that long. And Muller can't quite bring that under control. He goes all the way back to Margouche. FK Beograd look to just get out of their defensive third. Muller goes long. Cleared by Natsiopoulos. Palacios picks it up and he just knocks it high into the sky. Trying to waste as much time as possible. Slattery can't quite bring that under control. Here's Konstantopoulos now for FK Beograd. Up against Cato. He goes wide. He's turned around. Goes back to Falco. Falco now trying to hold the ball. Goes line. Finds Konstantopoulos in the corner. Konstantopoulos up against Cato. And good, and wins the throw. Exactly where FK Beograd want to be. 92nd minute. And FK Beograd will certainly try and slow this down now. Try and waste as much time as possible in these dying moments. Over Hussein now. For FK Beograd, who'll look to go into the corner. Interesting ball. Goes out for a goal kick. Can't see that far. As I'm getting older, it's harder to see them, especially at night. Margouche has got the ball now for the goal kick. He'll go long. 93rd minute of this game. We're into time added. Can't be long left. That goes long and high. Neither Nepal or Toriani can win that. Falls kindly for O'Doherty, but then cleared by Nunn. All the way through to Abu Hussein, but Muller clears. Goes high. It's on the far side. Good brings that down and goes inside. Natsiopoulos gets there in front of Styles. Natsiopoulos tries to take him on, loses out. Here's Ned Styles now. He comes across to Lucas Klimek, this near side. Klimek goes line looking for O'Doherty, finds him. O'Doherty met by Baselli, and Baselli gets there. Then he gets away from O'Doherty. What's he going to do next? He's surrounded by Croydon players and he looks to try and beat Klimek, but can't. Klimek gains possession and here's Muller. Now Styles. Across to Slattery. Slattery wide. Good. Forced backwards. Here's Muller. Under pressure from Palacios. Gets past him and then comes to this side and finds Ned Styles. Lane putting Styles under pressure. He does well. Forces him back and he goes to Margouche. Margouche then goes long. Falco gets there first. Muller. Then he goes long looking for good. Toriani wins that one and goes to Falco. Falco under pressure from Cato and then finds Konstantopoulos down the line. And now throw in. And they're going to make their final substitution. Kosic is going to come on. He comes on for Abu Hussein, the substitute who did come on earlier. He's gone off. Looks like he's got an injury on the far side, ankle. He's gone off on the far side. He's down. As Hussein is already off, they're going to send the train around the long way. This will add a few more minutes too. As they just help him off the pitch, as he was just on the pitch. Again, this will just be time added.
He's off, James.
Back to the game. Throw into FK Beograd. Goes line, looking for Kosic. Gets his first touch. Does well to hold it up and then loses out. Regains possession and loses out again. The ball goes through and here's Klimek now for Croydon. He knocks it long, looking for Luca Trimboli up against Toriani. Toriani wins the header. Baselli wins the second one. Kosic does well. Touchdown to Konstantopoulos. Konstantopoulos now loses out to Cato, and that's going to almost drift out. Kosic keeps it in, looks for the switch. Can't find Palacios, and Klimek deals with it and goes to Muller. Muller goes long. Harrington's going to win this one. Free header. And that goes up and under. Puts his team under a little bit of pressure there. Toriani battle against Luca Trimboli. Ignatsiopoulos battling against Styles. And eventually Ignatsiopoulos just puts that long. Kosic to run onto it. Muller gets there. Goes back to Margouche. 96 minutes now. Klimek back to Margouche. Goes long. Toriani wins that one. Palacios will win the second ball. Does so. Finds Kosic. Kosic looks for Lean. Lean now from the 6. Gets forward. Looks to go to the corner. He does. Up against Klimek. Then he keeps the ball. Goes backwards to find Palacios. Palacios then. He's going to go all the way back to Woodlands. Woodlands then will go long. Does. Looking for Konstantopoulos up against Slattery. Gets his head to it. Kosic can get there first. He does. He finds Baselli now in some space. Baselli into the box. Hits it. Low. And just sent it wide of Margouche's upright. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left to go. Can't be too much longer now. Margouche goes long. I did hear from the match official on this side that there was 30 seconds. However, we'll see how that goes. Klimek, handball. FK Beograd gets the possession back. As FK Beograd will look to waste as much time as possible as we do tick into 98 minute now. He's just telling Harrington to hurry up. Harrington just asking for permission of where to take it. And he brings it further forward. He has stopped the watch. Harrington eventually gets to there and he puts it down, and then he's going to move away and let Ignatsiopoulos take it. Ignatsiopoulos will now look to go corner. He does so. Gives it to Klimek, but that doesn't help him. Here's Passia John now for Croydon. Surrounded, but Doherty boxed out of it, and Harrington's just going to go line, and he does, and it's out for a throw-in. Asking Wordsworth, how much longer? How much longer? Klimek will take the throw, goes short to Styles, gets it back, and goes long. Looking for good on the far side. Wordsworth looks at his watch, and there it is. He blows for full time. And what a game that is here at One Solution Park in the RAA NPLSA. FK Beograd coming away with 4-3 winner over Croydon. Thanks. Croydon took the lead in the first half. 2 goals from Oliver Trimboli in the 5th and 30th minute. The changes at half-time. Palacios coming on for FK Beograd. Big change there. And FK Beograd scoring 2 goals. One through Baselli, the penalty in the 59th. Then Constant in the 63rd minute. And then Anthony Trimboli doing what he does and bagging 2 goals in the 82nd and 89th minute to give FK Beograd the lead. Yuya Kato scoring late as well to make it 4-3, to make it 3-3, and then Trimboli scoring that 4th, as we see there. 4 shots, 4 goals, 9 shots to 6. 5 shots on target apiece. And FK Beograd in the end coming away with 4th with the 3 points. 4-3 win, keeps them in 5th. And that's everything here this evening. There is a game now, 10 minutes. Metro Stars over at TK Shutter against Adelaide United. So tune into that game if you can. But thank you for joining me on the FSA League's YouTube channel. I have been your commentator, Mark Talbot. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.